Once upon a time there was a queen. She was considered ruler of the imagination. She was untouched by any other being. Theater was her philosophy. She believed that one day the theater gods would take her to the perfect king. She was righteous and spoke no evil. Her code of conduct was perfection. No other being could reason with her philosophy. She was the perfect queen. As she reigned on high, many men would try to take her heart, and she would not touch them. They were imperfect. She was given the name Anaya by the people. Her divine rule brought happiness to her people in times of sadness. In all her greatness, she had one vision. She wanted to be one with the theater gods. She wanted their joy and attention. Laughter to such perfection was power. Drama to such perfection was justice. To make the great queen go into deep thought was an honor amongst the people. Her rule and her perfection would attract a show, and it would attract opposition. One day a man was brought to the great queen. His name was Emmanuel. He was a just man, a noble to the theater gods. He proclaimed that he was sent from the forces of theater to perform for the great and perfect queen in hopes to touch her. His words were hypnotizing as he spoke with such grace. He claimed that he could take the queen to a much higher place. She was moved by his proposal and was delighted he came. Yet could his performance lead him to fame? As the music played and he wowed the crowd, all of the spectators watched and wondered would he score the crown. On his last dancing move he left her alone. A tear fell from her eyes as her servants carried her home. Would anything please a woman untouched, who believed that theater would free her of such? Of such what, you ask? Of such a lonely curse. Maybe she would learn someday to rehearse. The very next day a man came her way in a dream. I'm the shadow god, he claimed, and I'm here to take you to fame. Believe everything I say and you will be moved. I will take you to the underworld where the theater gods rule. Do not trick me with your scams of such a fantasy place. Be gone from my presence before I feed you to the peasants, Queen Anaya proclaimed. As he walked away, he gave her one wish. He looked her in the eyes to give her a kiss. He almost had her, but her forces were too strong, as he proclaimed that the shadow gods would take her throne. They attacked her in her dreams, but could not touch her, as a prophet came and frightened them away. He introduced himself as Thomas, the great warrior of the day. I want to warn you that your perfection, my great queen, is just too much. Please, please, let me honor you with my touch. She refused his offer as she did every man. Only a theater god can take my hand. A servant soon came after to honor her and told her that her perfection had led her to fame. He dazzled her with gold and worshipped her name. I will take you to the underworld to see the gods who profess of your greatness, and because of your perfection you will reign on high. It was a scam of the servant as she entered the kingdom. She realized that the theater gods were nothing of such. It was all in her imagination of believing in things that don't exist. As devils and demons surrounded her, she fell to her knees. Because of my perfection I am hated indeed. Everyone wants to tarnish me with their thoughts, but I am too great. I am Queen Anaya, the ruler of fate. As she defeated the demons with all of her perfection, she fell to the ground and imagined a place where she could vacation. To this day no one has touched the queen. She now stands on stage performing for the next scene.